I'm really excited about this video because I just bought 13 books for $100. And we are going to look at them in this video. So I think I'm officially a YouTuber because the title is actually clickbait. I did not pay $100 for this, but actually $116.49. I just thought $100 more appeal and more sexy on the clickbait aspect. But if you are American, this was actually Canadian dollars. So if you're American, it's probably less than $100. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump in, look at the books that I got, and as well at the end of the video, I'm just gonna talk about the company. It's called Book Outlet, and I think it's a pretty cool company, what I'm seeing so far. This is the first time I'm ordering from them, so I'm really excited to get into the books. All right, so let's dive into it, I guess, right? So the first book that I see over here is the Gary V Crushing It. And what's cool, it's actually a signed copy, which I did not know, and I went ahead and I looked at it. And for anybody that follows Gary Vaynerchuk stuff, this is actually his signature. So that's pretty cool. And what you're gonna see over here, what I realized, these books are actually new books. They are not used, but they're not gonna come in the greatest condition. Like some of them are a little bit like battered. And what I understand within this company, it's essentially when big companies have like a bunch of these books that are not sold, they sell it to another party, which is this company, at a retail price, at a lower price, and then they sell it at outlets essentially at a less expensive price. So this is pretty cool. So that's the first one over here, Gary V Crushing It. I have Selling It Like Sirhan. So anybody that's in the real estate game, real estate broker in New York, is one of the top brokers in New York. So I've been oh, this one's signed as well. Look at that. So we got this copy that's signed. So that's pretty cool. So 2 for 2. Let's see how many we're gonna get like this. Another one over here. This is Quantum Success. I did not know about this book until I went on the website and I found it when it comes to what is this company called again? Book Outlet. Yeah, sorry. So when I went to this company and I saw this book, I researched it a bit. It looked quite interesting because I am a geek when it comes to quantum theory and the correlation between success. These things that I talk about in my keynotes when I give presentations. So yeah, I'm excited to jump into this one. Don't know much about it. Oh, this one over here. Phil Jackson, 11 Rings. So anybody that's a basketball fan knows probably one of the greatest basketball coaches. He coached Michael Jordan and the Bulls with their 3 rings, and Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal with their 5 rings. So this guy has a bunch of success that I'm really interested to jump into as well. And I actually have the, obviously on my channel, you guys know that I do a lot of book reviews. I have the book review of Michael Jordan, which is actually quite popular. So I'm gonna link it up top. You guys could go and check that out as well. Another book. Oh, this one I'm excited about. This is like a special edition one. It looks so freaking good. The Law of Success by Napoleon Hill. He has a very popular book, one of my favorite books, which is called Think and Grow Rich. So this one I'm excited to jump into. It is a thick book, and this one looks in beyond mint condition. Look at that gold on the side. So really excited to jump into that. Barking Up the Wrong Tree. By Eric Barker. So that's pretty cool. This guy is actually, he does a lot of blogs, and his blogs are like very popular. And this book looks in very good condition, actually. Hardcover, it doesn't look too damaged at all. Actually, the only thing, the book's on the bottom, you're gonna see over here, they have some dots and some lines. That's how they know that it's like a book that's gonna get sold to this retailing company. So that's the only thing that the books come with. Oh, yes. Tony Robbins, anybody that's in self-development, Tony Robbins is the king. He is the man. Unshakable, I think, is his most recent book that he wrote. And it's so fitting for the times that we're living in right now with COVID-19. Definitely have to understand your financial freedom and how to structure it. So I'm so excited to jump into this one. Oh, I'm like a kid in a candy store. It's amazing. Grit, the power of passion and perseverance. Oh my God, this is another one that was on my list for a little while. So I'm glad that I got my hands on this. I'm all about grit, knowing my story of being dyslexic and with learning disabilities and how I overcame that. I thoroughly believe in life that is one of my advantages, the fact that I'm just relentless. And I think this book is definitely going to resonate with me, and I'm sure it has resonated with so many other people as well. So I'm excited on this one as well. I think I'm going to say a lot that I'm excited, guys. All right, Abundance by Peter Diamandis and Steven Kotler. Yes, Abundance, Steven Kotler. So if you guys don't know who Peter Diamandis is, he's actually the CEO of the X Prize, which is an amazing company. And Stephen Covey is like one of the peak performing coaches, the best ones out there. Great stories. This is the picture of the guys in the back. So this is actually one of their first books, I think, that they collaborated together. And I actually have another one of theirs that I ordered, which I'm going to kind of fish out. It's called Bold, and this is their other one. And once again, the same two guys, and these guys are like visionaries. They talk about how they see the world going, how society going, and the mindset behind it. And it's like a lot of space exploration and whatnot. So I don't know much about it other than that. I'm really excited to jump into these both books as well. Yo, this is really cool. All right. Dyslexic Advantage, yes. So you guys know, like I just previously mentioned, I'm dyslexic. I have actually a learning disability playlist within this channel as well that I talk about certain disabilities and all that stuff when it comes to this. And dyslexia, I thoroughly believe it is an advantage in certain ways. And actually, in my personal opinion, for me, it was a great advantage because I had the proper structure. So I'm really excited to dive into this and learn more about it and just understand the biochemistry of what happens within your brain when you're dyslexic. So yes, this is a winner for me. Oh wow, this is kind of like a textbooky. Very cool. The Mind Illuminated. So this is another one that has to do with meditation. As you guys know, I love meditating as well. I've done several books on meditation and mindfulness. I've actually done a 10-day silent meditative retreat, which I have a video on as well, which I'll link up. You guys could go check out. And this one explains what's happening within your mind, because I thoroughly meditate not only for myself, but for me to get the competitive edge in my life and in my business. I thoroughly believe I get so many great ideas when I do that when it comes to my businesses after my meditation or even during my meditation. So I really want to know what's happening. I feel like this was a great rated book and I'm excited to really jump into it. I just did not know it's like kind of almost kind of like a workbook, which is quite interesting. So yeah, definitely be jumping into that. And finally, last but not least, the book on TED Talks. So this one has been on my to read list for a while as well. As you guys know, I'm a professional speaker, thoroughly love what I do. And as anybody, if you guys are good at anything or it's your career or whatever the case is, I thoroughly believe you should always develop that skill. And I am sure that I'm going to learn so many things about talking or about giving speeches that I currently don't know. And maybe some things that I absolutely know and I still do, but it's going to work on developing it a bit more. So yeah, these are the 13 books that I got for $116. So if it wasn't obvious, I'm thoroughly excited to jump into this. And let's just take a few minutes to talk about the company, Book Outlet. And let me just start off by saying this is not a sponsored ad, far from it. I'm not there yet. Unless you guys want to sponsor me, I'm all down for that. So you guys could shoot me up on that end. So what I'm seeing, this is a no-brainer for anybody that reads. These books are like pretty great condition for the quality and the price range, and I'm really excited to jump into that. And I'll just link down in the comment down below. They have a .com and a .ca site, so you guys can go check that out. And man, these books are amazing for me because I'm looking at this and I'm just imagining all the knowledge that I'm going to acquire, and not only knowledge, but the income that these books are going to bring to me. And I'm not going to go right now and do a rant on the importance of books, in my personal opinion, for people should be reading more because it gives so many great advantages. But yeah, you guys should definitely be reading more. Let me just say that. And furthermore, you have to be strategic about this because this can be overwhelming. You have 13 books in one shot and it could be easily put on a shelf and you don't read it, right? And that situation makes it that it becomes a shelf help and not self-help. So the strategy that I'm going to use is actually I'm going to put it in a different part of my house. Instead of putting all my books where they're usually in my office on my shelf, I'm going to put it somewhere else. And every time I want to read a specific book, I'm going to go get it and bring it into my office. So it's going to kind of stimulate me to keep on going and keep that positive momentum, because I definitely do want to get through all these books and learn so much about it. So that being said, guys, if you guys see there's some value within this video, do not hesitate at all to like and subscribe to this channel. I'm putting a lot of work within my book reviewing series, between my learning disability series, my mindset stuff, and there's so much more stuff coming up. So you guys could comment down below if you want to guide me through some stuff on this end. I'm definitely all ears on that end. So I guess it's pretty clear what I have to do. I'm going to go and read.